Alright, so we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we are going to be doing our summons for the new Dokkan Fest Android 21. Now, as you can see, we only have 150 stones, so we are going to be spacing out our summons between two accounts, because on my JP account, I also have 150 stones, so definitely would be cool if I managed to pull her on JP. I could probably use her more on Global, just because I guess I use my Global account more. You can see the difference in my rank, but on either account, I'll definitely take her. She's a really good option. And, you know, we did the showcase on her yesterday, which I'll leave a link to on the screen. And she definitely is really crazy when she transforms. So if you are summoning, which I probably don't recommend, even though she's definitely a good unit, there's just better stuff coming to Global Dokkan and JP. So I don't really recommend you summon. But if you are, I hope you manage to pull her. Best of luck. So her banner is pretty solid. You got Kale, we got Super 17, the Tech Androids, and then the Gammas. And that's about it. Tech Androids can still be somewhat useful. They're not insane. Super 17 can be pretty good once you get the transformation off. And then, I don't know how I'm feeling about Kale, really. But not the worst banner. Definitely, you know, some value here. So, I guess with all that said, we can go ahead and start summoning. I'm really only looking forward to pulling Android 21. I'm going to be honest. That's the only unit I could really use. I mean, I could use some of the other units. But in terms of, like, you know, team builds and stuff like that, Android 21 is definitely the main unit we're going for. I think I have Super 17 55%. I think I have Kale 55%, and then both the Gammas, I know I got 55%. So actually, I'll take some dupes of the Gammas. Okay, yeah, him right there. Okay, that's definitely a good pull. I mean, we got Vegito, so we knew we were getting one Dokkan Fest. All right, I'll take it. Like I said, I don't have the Gammas rainbowed. Gamma 1, definitely really crazy as well. I mean, he's just going to be good for forever. I don't ever see him aging out with the guard for the first couple turns, and then also he builds up that 50% damage reduction. So Gamma 1 is just going to be insane, and especially if they're hitting up, you know, Superhero again, because Dragon Ball Legends just got the new Beast Gohan for the Legends Fest, part 1 of it. Dude, we could get a new LR, like Gamma 1 and 2 card or something that has a standby into where they do the Core Breaker or something like that, or when Gamma 2 does the Core Breaker. So, I definitely think the Gammas could only get better with time, and if we're getting a lot more Android buffs, which obviously we're getting during this celebration, their teams are coming a lot more viable as well, or they're becoming a lot more viable, like, you know, androids and I guess like artificial life forms and stuff like that, really. So definitely Gammas are in a pretty good spot in the game right now, especially if you run the rotation of Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. I mean, dude, that's just insane. I think Gamma 2, he has more issues than Gamma 1 because AoEs will mess him up, and then I guess supers, even after he gets his super attack, can still do a little bit of damage. If you're type neutral or type disadvantage, he's probably going to take like a lot of damage. I don't think he'll get one-shotted, but he's going to take a lot of damage. You're going to be very low on HP. And then if he's type advantage, he'll be fine because he gets to that defensive like area where he's around 1,000,000 defense or a little bit above 1,000,000 if you get really lucky with the additional supers. And of course, that's really good, but without guard, without damage reduction, dodge, I mean, you guys know how it goes. It makes it a little less impressive. But okay, we got a animation here. Pretty sure that just means 3 SSRs because we got that Goten. Oh. Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, the band unit's really crazy as well. I didn't do a showcase on her, but I threw her on the team during the Dokkan Fest 21's showcase, and she was cooking, man. I mean, granted, she was, you know, rainbowed level 10 links, that whole shebang, but still, 55%, I feel like she's going to be pretty impressive. So, you know what? I'll take it. Not the worst multis. Android 21, pretty useful unit. Unfortunately, not the Dokkan Fest, but, you know, we move. We take it. So now moving on to the JP summons. So the JP banner is a little different. We got Super Trunks on here instead of Kale. Not that I care. I mean, I could really care less. So, doesn't matter. Even if we pull Super Trunks, I'm never going to use him on here. Even if I pulled him on my global account when his banner comes around, it's not like I'd ever use him anyway. Which is crazy, dude. Actually, saying this stuff out loud now. Super Trunks returned on a banner before he even released on global. And that... Oh, okay. Another Gamma 1. Alright, well... I don't even know if I have him on this account, so we'll take that. But yeah, they mentioned, you know, the games are syncing soon, and then Super Trunks is releasing on a banner before Global even has him, like, released on, obviously, their side of the game. So I feel like that's pretty interesting. I mean, with the syncing, I really don't know how they're going to handle it. Like, I think for Anniversary, they have to be synced, right? You can't, like, announce that you're syncing the games, and then arguably the biggest celebration of the year a couple months later isn't synced. I feel like that'd be really weird. Not that it's completely, like, unfathomable. I think it's definitely possible that that could happen. You know, Dokkan is a weird like whoever runs Dokkan is kind of odd. I know there's like 2 teams. There's the global team and then the JP team. But especially the global team, I feel like they don't really have their stuff together a lot of the time. So I wouldn't be surprised if Anniversary isn't synced, but it would make a lot of sense, and it would feel a lot more natural for the game if, you know, the Anniversary was synced, especially if we're going to get, I don't know, like LR Super Gogeta, LR Super Vegito, something like that, because, of course, you know, 9th year Anniversary should be pretty hype, and then next year, for 10th year Anniversary, I'm expecting, like, the best celebration in the game, because 10 years, I mean, you know, it's a decade, that's a pretty good milestone, so I'm assuming they're going to go absolutely all in for the 10th year Anniversary, but that doesn't mean for 9th year Anniversary they're not going to, you know, they're not going to cook. I mean, I'm assuming we're going to get LR Super Vegito, LR Super Gogeta. And then for part 2, I mean, I would say LR Janemba and LR Kid Buu, but is that really likely? Probably not, because we say that for every Anniversary. We're like, all right, we're going to get the super class units during part 1, and then part 2 we'll get the villains to those super class units, you know, the extreme class units. And it never happens. The only time we've ever had that was during the 5th year Anniversary, where we got the Vegito and the Gogeta, and then we got the Broly and Goku Black, because obviously they were the villains for the Vegito and the Gogeta, so kind of made sense. But that was it. Other than that, the Anniversaries have been extremely random with their Part 2 LRs, so that does kind of suck. Well, I guess 6th year Anniversary wasn't really random. It was still in the Tournament of Power, but, you know, it wasn't like a God of Destruction Topo and then like Jiren for Part 2 LRs, which would be the enemies for the UI Goku and the Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. It was just more Universe 7, you know, category units. So really weird how they handle the Anniversary. It's hard to tell sometimes, but I think we could get some really hype stuff, man. As long as they don't make the units mid, and as long as the animations are clean, I don't really think they can fumble, and as long as they make them like somewhat hype, right? You know, don't do something like Kid Goku and Demon King Piccolo. Look, I love Dragon Ball. Really, really good show, but you can't be giving me that for Anniversary. I don't think a lot of people would want to see that. So, just for the sake of the game, I hope they don't do something like that. But, like I said, they got a lot they could do. So, I guess that pretty much has been the video. Pretty short, you know, only 300 stones. Unfortunately, no Android 21. Well, I guess, technically, we got Android 21, but it's the ban unit. I'll still take it. Really good unit, like I mentioned. So, yeah, let me know in the comments who your guys' summons win, and let me know how many stones you decided to spend on this banner, or if you skipped, what banner you saving for. And yeah, that has been the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.